What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Simply a Breeze. I'm Bree. If you're new here, welcome. So today we are going to be cleaning this house, and I'm going to break this down into several different segments or different topics. The video is going to be broken down, but today the whole topic is cleaning. Cleaning is one of the life skills I feel that are one of the most important things that you need to know when you move out of your parents' house, when you move out on your own, when you move into the dorms. Our house has been severely neglected the last couple of weeks. That's full disclosure. I haven't really done much. I kind of just moved some dishes around, but I haven't actually done a whole lot. So let me give you a rundown of what our house is looking like. I look like a mess. If I'm going to be cleaning today, we're not getting dressed up. This is it. This is what you get today. So let me turn you around. I'm gonna show you what we're working with because it's a nightmare. Okay, so we have this wonderful pile of dishes going on here. I did unload the dish rack because it was just a couple bulky items. Like these things all need to be put away. You can see my Instant Pot over there. That needs to be put away. This whole situation, we got to do something with bananas, and that's my to-do list. And my grocery thing, that needs to go in the recycling. Our floors are dirty. There is pasta. As you can see, there's pasta over there. Spilled some coffee over there. Cooked dinner last night, and we were going over to the neighbor's house, so I wasn't able to get to that. So that's from last night. Both of the coffee pots actually need to be clean. My coffee pot light for cleaning has been on for about 2 weeks now, and I haven't used my espresso machine in months, so we're just going to give that a good clean so then we can start drinking some espresso in the morning again, because I really, really, really miss having espresso in the morning. Okay, we've got our coffee because our coffee is essential to us getting anything done today. There's my chapstick. We're going to start with the dishes, and then we're going to clean up the counters. So this is where we're going to start. So, and here we go. I wear gloves just because I like to have my nails done, but also because it's so dry here. I live in Colorado, just north of Denver. It's such a dry climate here that washing my hands and washing dishes all the time dries out my hands so bad that my hands crack and I will bleed. So I have gotten used to wearing gloves while I do dishes because I'm just over it at this point. So I wear gloves. You don't have to wear gloves if you don't want to, but you're gonna waste more water washing dishes by hand generally than your dishwasher is going to. So quick tip, just make sure that whatever you can put in the dishwasher, try to maximize that dishwasher space. Sometimes I won't even wash anything left over by hand unless I'm just completely over it. But if I can afford to wait until the dishwasher's done to put more items into there, that's generally what I have gotten to doing. But certain items I don't put in the dishwasher. I do not put my Instant Pot lid in the dishwasher, and part of me feels like it will ruin it, and I don't know why. So that is an item that I don't put in the dishwasher. I don't actually know if it says that it can't or not. It's just something I've deemed I don't feel comfortable putting in the dishwasher, so this is an item I'll wash my hands. So let's see where the dishwasher's at. We're gonna fit as much as we can in this dishwasher, and then we're gonna get it running as soon as I know everyone in the house has showered. I will then get this going just to make sure we're not using up all the hot water. Due to the flow rate of most faucets, that is why I'm saying that the dishwasher is going to be far more efficient, because it generally uses a set amount of water versus your faucet. It will just keep flowing and flowing, so you're going to waste more water in the process. That guy may need a little bit of scrubbing. My pots and my pans, generally, I put in the dishwasher. They're super cheap pans. They're gonna have to be replaced. They're the non-stick. Eventually I'm gonna get away from the non-stick because it's proven to be rather toxic. There's research on it. I highly recommend you don't take my word for it. Please do your research if that's something that you are interested in knowing about. Okay, so my dishwasher's full. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get my canning lids. I actually write in dry erase marker. I don't use Sharpie, and after a while the dry erase becomes semi-permanent and you actually need to kind of scrub it off. It doesn't necessarily wipe off very clean, so I like the dry erase markers for that purpose. That way I can keep I can't reuse these lids for canning, but I can use them just to create a general airtight seal when I need it, and then I'm able to relabel the lid, which is nice for me. Okay, so the dishwasher is loaded. Okay, so now we're gonna put our liquid detergent into the dishwasher. The type of detergent that I use, I don't even need to fill my detergent tray all the way up. I fill it about halfway to 3/4 of the way full. My Jet Dry, the brand isn't Jet Dry, I use a different brand, but it is a, what is this called? This is called a Rinse Aid. Yeah, this is my Rinse Aid, so that's full, it bubbled, so we're good. And then now we're just gonna close this. I'm gonna wait for showers to be finished up in the house, and then we'll get that running. I don't like to use up the hot water until people are done with showers. Same with running the laundry. I won't start laundry until I know showers are completed for the day. So now we're just gonna get some hot water. These pans, I don't generally, I usually put them in the dishwasher, but I'm gonna need them later today, and so we're just gonna give them a wash by hand. These pans I don't put in the dishwasher because they have this rolled lip right here, and there's gaps, and I've noticed when I run them through the dishwasher they get filled with so much water that I just prefer to wash these by hand for that purpose. That I just don't like them getting filled with water and then they're leaking water for days, and it's just an inconvenience for me. Okay, so we're gonna get some hot water going. So all I did here is I wet my washcloth with super hot water, and then I have a what I'm gonna call like a much cleaner hand dish soap, and so that's all I'm using. I put it on the wash rag. I find I can get the soap to go a much longer way if it's on the rag. Sometimes I'll fill a pot with hot water and dish soap and I'll clean that way. Today I just chose the rag. It should be more than enough to get these little bits of dishes completed. I'm sure you can hear Boots in the background. My cat's name is Boots, by the way. Okay. We just give it a quick rinse and then we shut the water off as soon as I'm done using it to really help minimize the amount of water that I'm going through. Because if you don't know yet, you will soon learn water is expensive. When you move out on your own and you have to pay for the water bill, water gets pretty expensive pretty fast. When I first moved out, I didn't fully understand, I didn't fully realize until my water use started going up. And then my washing dishes and just regular showering and laundry, my water bill kind of skyrocketed. And so I then started making the change to either my office where I work. I have a full-time job, and my office where I work actually has a shower at the office, so I started showering there. After I would go to the gym, I'd go to the gym and then I would shower there, which is totally fine. Like, I was allowed to do that. It was meant for the employees to use, just to cut back on my water bill. So heads up, if you're moving out on your own, your water bill will go up. And the water bill is never fun. So just be prepared. So if any of you have an Instant Pot, we'll talk about that in another segment, but I absolutely love my Instant Pot, and it is one of the items that I absolutely love. This item has saved me countless times when I haven't pulled out anything for dinner, when I don't know what to make, when I'm scrapped for time. My Instant Pot has just been a lifesaver for me. So one of the products that I highly recommend for people is the Instant Pot. I absolutely love it. Our cast iron is clean, it just sits on the stove. We make popcorn, we don't use the poppable bags, we just throw kernels with some oil into a pot and we make popcorn that way. However, this is absolutely disgusting, so it's time to be cleaned. And because this has a bunch of oil in it, we are going to use some more dish soap. So now what we have to do is we need to clean our counters because there's crumbs just everywhere. It's nasty. On top of the fact that my cat, when we're not home, I'm certain jumps on the counter. I'm done with this. I'm not even close. So we try to minimize our plastic waste as much as possible. I'm looking into a type of reusable plastic bag that meets my standards. So until then, we're just going to wash our plastic bags by hand. And we go through a lot less plastic bags. We also save a bunch of money doing this. So if you want a money saving tip, your plastic bags, so long as there aren't any holes in them, reuse your plastic bags. Wash them, they're super easy to wash. And you'll realize you start spending way less money on purchasing more plastic bags that are just gonna go to waste and end up in a landfill somewhere. So, I mean, the plastic bag will eventually end up there, don't get me wrong. Like, eventually we are going to have to throw the plastic bag away. It's going to stop being useful. But I try to maximize my use of it as much as possible, and that does limit my plastic bag waste. Okay, so we're done there. Let me go find a cleaner. We have laundry that needs to be done. But we have cleaners up here. I think I'm going to use is some Odoban. then possibly I may use some simple green on my stove. This is the stove. Okay, so this rag that we use to clean all of our dishes, we are now going to take it and throw it into our downstairs laundry basket. So as you saw earlier, my laundry room is just this little closet here, okay? So we could throw things onto the floor, which would 100% just drive me absolutely bonkers. So we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we are going, this is a bathroom. We have a downstairs bathroom. It's a half bath. But in here, at the Dollar Tree, got myself a tiny laundry basket. And this is where I put all of our kitchen towels, our reusable napkins, and our washcloths. So if that's something that might be convenient for you, hopefully you find use or benefit from that. But I absolutely love having a laundry basket down here because then I don't have to run upstairs to the rest of my laundry baskets. There are no bedrooms down here, so all of the laundry baskets are in fact upstairs. So this is super convenient for me and it really helps. Okay, so now we're gonna get our Odoban, which is a disinfectant. I do really like it, but we're just gonna get some water right there, but we're just gonna spray. Set you on the ground for now. Alright, so we'll start here and we'll work our way. One thing you do not realize until you really start to pay attention is that anytime you cook on your stove, and if it has any sort of splatter, I find grease splatter all the way over here. My stove is all the way over there. So it's really important to make sure that you're cleaning all of this up because the amount of grease and stuff that splatters all over is astonishing. And I'm just gonna we're gonna clean the floor, so I'm just gonna throw everything onto the floor. I'm not worried about it at all. For a general cleaning, I don't usually move everything out of my bread cabinet or everything off of the counter, but because things haven't been cleaned in a while, I figured a good deep clean was necessary. So I chose to move everything off of the counter and clean under it, just because you'd be amazed at how much crumbs and grime and dust gets built up on and around all of those things, especially under them, which is why I'm taking the extra effort to get everything out of my way, to clean around my knife blocks, to clean around my utensils, to clean under my wicker basket over there, and to clean under everything in my bread cabinet because all of the stuff that was collected was disgusting. Okay, so we're gonna get to the stove here in a second. I'm just making sure I get the counters done because we're gonna clean the stove with something else. This is where I keep a good portion of our canning jars. I have recently taken up water bath canning and pressure canning for food preservation, especially since we now have a larger garden than last year. We need to be able to preserve all of the things that we are growing this year. So if that is something that you would be interested in seeing for content, or if you'd like to go along with me as I learn, as this is my first year canning and my first year with a garden this scale, I'd love to take you along, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and if this is something that you would be interested in, or if you have any questions about that topic as well. So one thing when you're cleaning your kitchen that often tends to get overlooked are the surfaces of your appliances. And right now, the surfaces of all of my appliances are disgusting. I'm gonna show you. So, can you see like all of these smudge marks and all of, you know, there's some smudging on our handles, and then we're collecting all the dust and the dirt. Like if you look in here, like things just fall in here. Okay, this often gets overlooked, but it's so nasty, okay? Now we're gonna go to the surface of our stove. The stove is one of the worst. You see all that grease on your stove? Like, it's so easily overlooked. Okay, and then the front of your dishwasher gets it a lot too. You see all the streaks. And same with your microwave. Okay, this microwave is really gross right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started because showers are now done in the house. So we don't have to worry about hot water anymore. Look at how disgusting that is. That just came from the top of my broiler. That's going to come from the top of the stove. You never realize just how nasty this gets until you start cleaning it, and then you're thoroughly disgusted. One of the reasons I like to save the stove for last is because it's generally the nastiest and greasiest, and I want this rag to last while I do everything. I'm gonna throw it away, that's all dust, it's really gross. But I want this rag to be used on everything else before I get to the grease, because after this, it's gonna need to go in the wash. Looking so much better. For those of you who don't have a gas stove, these pieces do come apart and you can clean under them. So I'm going to take these off. Because a bunch of grease and stuff gets on underneath here. So we just want to make sure we get this nice and clean. And then these little knobs also come off, and that's really convenient. So I'm going to rip those off, so we can get those all nice and clean. And we can clean this surface without too much interruption and interference. As I said earlier, this is more of a deep clean of the kitchen instead of more casual and superficial cleaning. A deep cleaning of your kitchen should be done once a month, every 2 months, just because of everything that you do in your kitchen. You handle raw food like meat and fish and all of that, and you never know where some of that stuff can splatter around, and so you always want to make sure that you give your kitchen a really good deep clean, because it can be breeding ground for some of the worst germs in your house. So that's why I'm taking you along on this journey. I just want to take this time to say thank you for stopping by, watching my video. If this is content that you do enjoy, and if you want to see more content on life skills that maybe you would like to learn, or maybe you would like to know how to do differently, maybe consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up, or just letting me know in the comments below what you are interested in and what kind of topics you think would be beneficial for you to know at whatever stage of life you are in. But I just wanted to say thank you for being here. This is going in a garage sale, so we need to put that over there so we can take the stairs. My potatoes, we're just gonna set over here for now. Onions and potatoes don't like to be near each other. You're gonna want your potatoes go bad really quick if you store them together. So I'm trying to find a new place to store my potatoes separate from my onions. We're gonna move this over here for now.